Yeah, morning everybody. It's Wednesday, 23rd of November. I arrived back yesterday afternoon quite late. Our ferry got diverted to another port because of the bad weather. So yeah, overnight we ended up in Cherbourg. So 5-hour drive down here. So by the time I got here and did everything I needed to do, there was really no time to start any work. So decided now is the time. What the plan is this morning, before I can finish all the floorboarding upstairs and all the electrics and whatever, we need to know exactly where everything is going in here. Since our last visit when I was here with Mick, Susan and I have discussed all this and we've decided to go with a different kitchen layout. Mainly because there was too much walking in between, say, the oven, the sink, the fridges, so we're trying to compact it all into this corner here. Most of the time there's only going to be Susan, myself here, so it's not like there's going to be a lot of people, and doing it this way we think we're going to have enough work area for prepping food and whatever, cooking area and sink. Somebody did bring up a point of, making a window in this far wall here where the sink's going. Can't do that, it's the gite on the other side. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out on the floor where everything will go so we can see exactly what size we've got. We've actually got more room than we thought we had. The big fridge freezer that everyone was talking about, that we're going to bang into it every time we open the door, as I've said before, that's not stopping, that's going. In fact, we've got it up for sale now on Facebook. We're going to have an under-the-counter fridge and an under-the-counter freezer down here as well, and we're hoping to incorporate a breakfast bar. So that's the plan. I'm going to mark it all out with tape on the floor and then we get some idea of how much room we've got. So, talk to you in a while. Cheers. Okay, so as you've seen, I've marked it all out. This will work, but it's not really what we want. There's a metre space between everything. So when you open the fridge doors, that's going to take a lot of that space up and whatever. Everything's just a bit crowded, and as I say, it's not really what we wanted. So I'm going to mark out another idea, which basically gets away where the fridge freezer and the oven is, and just leaves the sink over on that far wall. It does mean moving the table, which is not a problem because we've got, you know, a lot of area to play with, and just going for something totally different. So yeah, I'm going to have a go at that now. Great fun. The idea was, that I had in my mind, was to put an island here, so when you walk in the door the island would be in front of you. We could put the oven in there and the fridge and the freezer, now like a little breakfast bar area as well. But the problems are, one, the electrics would have to come from the roof, and how do you disguise that? You know, you could have a chrome tube or something like that, but I don't really fancy that. The table, yeah, there's plenty of room over there by the window, goes onto the main road. And also, I just don't think it would look right, you know, it's got to be right, you know, we've got one go at this really. Once we put the electrics in, we've got to stick with it. So, plan C, maybe D, I'm not sure to be honest now, is let me just move the camera around. So, the plan is that the sink has to be where it is now, we can't move that. Not without a lot of work of taking floorboards up and everything else, just not prepared to do it. So the plan is that the sink stays where it is, and put the oven over here. Now the oven is about, the maximum is going to be about 90 centimetres, just under, well, about 3 foot wide. So we've got plenty of room there. We've probably got 170 centimetres in width. So we've got plenty of room to leave the oven there, plus the cables are already in. So we'd have the oven there, sink here. And then, as you remember, this window we're hoping to make into a door, or we are going to make it into a door. So we need passage to get through, but it's not like people will be coming in and out all the time. So my idea is that I build a bar down here to incorporate the fridge and the freezer. Nice top on it and what have you. And then on the other side, we could then use that as a breakfast bar, have some stools, have an overlap on the other side. And it's not too far to go from here, over here to do the cooking, preparing food and what have you. So I'm going to mark that out and see what that looks like. Catch you in a while. Okay, so I think this will work. I'm quite happy with this plan. The sink obviously has to stay where it is, and then to the left we can put the oven. We've got plenty of room there. Could even get a double freestanding oven, which is something I would really like to have. So that could fit in there. The wire's already in for that. And then going across, remembering that that's going to be a door, that window there. Over on this side, which is probably about a metre away from the sink, well, it's the width of the door, we could have a breakfast bar with an under-counter fridge and freezer there. We'd still have probably a metre of space to play with for cupboards and what have you. And then on the far side, we could have some stools and use it as a breakfast bar as well. So I really think that is the best idea, the best plan I've come up with so far. The biggest problem with the first plan, you know, you've got this 18 foot by 18 foot kitchen, and we were cramming everything in, and we had a metre, 3 feet to walk about. So it gets rid of that problem because there's loads of space. The table can go over there, which would be a nice area for it. We can still have a seating area if we want to, and plenty of cupboard space as well. So I think that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to work out where the lights need to be changed, if they do need to be changed. To be honest, they might not. So yeah, I'm going to stick with that for a while, unless anybody comes up with a better idea. Please don't. And yeah, come back to it probably in a day or two. So onwards and upwards. Cheers. Yeah, hi everybody. Well, I've come outside. I've decided I'm going to try and finish off this well roof. One of my subscribers said to me, why didn't you tile it? And I thought, why didn't I think of that? So yeah, thanks for that suggestion. I think it's a great idea, so that's what I'm going to do. I managed to find quite a lot of broken tiles and old tiles, which I'm going to put on here. Obviously, this is just ornamental, so it's not really functional. I've worked it out where everything needs to go, and I've marked all the screws in to hold the tiles in place, and I'll also cement them in as well. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this. It shouldn't take too long, and I think it will look a lot better when it's finished. One other point is I sold the Smeg fridge this morning almost immediately, so really pleased with that. That's going to a new home and get used, and I can go out now and buy a fridge and a freezer to replace it. So yeah, anyway, let's get on with this, and I'll talk with you later. Cheers. yeah, so that's that finished. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's not meant to be. It has a certain rustic charm, I suppose, are the words I'm looking for. So yeah, I'll let that go off and see what it looks like later. I'm going to finish these in between bits as well. I'm going to paint them darker so they don't stand out so much, but pretty happy with how it's turned out, to be honest. So on to the next job.